this is it. I've been talking about this project for a while, and finally the moment has come. Today I'm starting a new free photography course, and this one is special as it's dedicated to my favorite kind of photography, long exposure photography. Welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 1 of learning long exposure photography on YouTube. If you're here for the first time and you don't want to miss the next episodes of this photography course, it might be a good idea to subscribe. A few words about this long exposure photography course. Who is this for? What are we going to talk about? And is there going to be any challenge or assignments? First of all, this long exposure photography course is for all of you. If you never took a long exposure photo ever, this mini-series is for you, as I'm going to explain and share my long exposure photography workflow and techniques from scratch, without taking anything for granted and keeping it as simple as possible, so that anyone can follow. But if you already are into long exposure photography, you already have some neutral density filters, and you're not super happy with your results yet. You want to get better. You want to understand how to pick the right filter and when. You want to understand how to choose the right exposure length and why. Guess what? This mini-series is for you too, as we are going to go through all this. A photography course without assignments, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense. Also because it feels that I'm talking to the camera and the people behind, the people that are looking at these videos, are just not doing anything about it. So of course I want to see your photos. I want you to go out and use the tips that I will be sharing with you. So I will suggest you assignments and challenges for you to practice. And we will review them here on this channel. I guess we are ready to start. Let's go. So in this first video, as we are starting from zero, I think it's very important to talk about the why. Why we are taking long exposure photos. Of course, the best I can do to answer this question is to tell you my own reasons. Why I use long exposure photography and why I love it so much. As you just saw in this slideshow, I love outdoor photography. I love landscape photography. But as I mentioned in other videos in the past, I'm not so interested in just a description of a place. My main focus, my scope, is to use landscape photography to communicate my emotions, my moods, my state of mind. So every single decision in my landscape photography, the composition, the lighting, is working towards the same goal. And the use of long exposures is a huge help for me. As when I am outdoor and I'm shooting, one of the dominant emotion that I feel and I want to communicate is serenity. And with long exposure photography, I can calm things down. I can smoothen the water, and we will see how in the next episodes. I can add some movement to the clouds and eventually create super minimalistic compositions, sometimes with this painterly feeling that are able to transfer simplicity and serenity. At least in my opinion. There is something else, and this might be a little controversial. I feel that very often in landscape photography, especially in those very well-known spots, vantage points and the compositions are really very, very similar. So browsing on Instagram, getting inspirations and using the great cameras of our smartphones, everyone that is able to travel can take great shots, even if they are just snapshots. And don't take me wrong, I don't think this is bad. But at the same time, I think that long exposure photography requires a little more than just getting off the car and pointing the smartphone to the beautiful, famous landscape scene or composition that I saw on Instagram. This is another element that is a little harder to copy and paste to everyone's workflow. Long exposure photography requires some knowledge, requires time, it requires some equipment and technique. So eventually this can be another element that can separate photography amateurs or professionals from any other smartphone owner. What do you think about this? I know it can be controversial, but I love to hear your thoughts. I also like to know your why you're interested in long exposure photography. So if you feel like it, please share it with me and with this community in the comments below. Now, before giving you a little intro of episode 2 of this long exposure photography course, let me take a few moments to present the winner of the Lightroom Challenge ART edition. Thanks to everyone for taking part in this challenge. Let's have a look to some of your images. And just before announcing the winner, a quick shout out to the PhotoTEE collection that sponsored this challenge. T-shirts inspired by photography, designed for photographers, just like you. Get yours today. I do appreciate your support. You want to see the winner photo? Here it is. This is the before. This is the after. The winner of this challenge is Richard Banfield. Richard, I will send you a direct message and ask your address and your t-shirt size. Congratulations. In the next episode, we will talk about what you need to start with long exposure photography. And in particular, we will look at a brand new neutral density filter system. This system is so new that as of today, November 7th, 2019, this system has not been launched yet. But it happens that I have it right here. I cannot show it to you. I cannot say a single word about it. The only thing I can tell you is that, in my opinion, this might be the best system on the market. So if you're curious about this system and you want to learn more about long exposure photography, mark your calendars and tune in next Thursday. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you will follow this entire long exposure photography course. If you have doubts, requests or ideas, please share them with me in the comments below. Now give a thumbs up to this video to help me spread the word about this photography course on YouTube. And of course, if you are new here, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.